I know, but thanks for coming today. You're here for a Biofield Tuning session. What is it that brought you here to see us?
Well, I have rheumatoid arthritis. I have some concerns with my neck and my immaculate degeneration and certain parts of my body.
Well, let's get to work then.
All right.
What we'll do is we'll lay you up on the table. We'll get you comfortable as we can. Comfort is key. The other thing, when you're laying down and we're doing the Biofield Tuning, just take note of how you're feeling. If you feel that you need to move, you need to stretch, you need to sit up, you need to use the restroom, you need water. It can bring up all kinds of emotions and it can bring all kinds of feelings. Let me know. We'll go ahead and get you up and get the things that you need.
Yep.
Do you need anything underneath your lower back or anything to make you more comfortable?
Nope.
Okay, so we'll start with just taking a deep breath in and blow that breath out. And that is just running some energetic sound through your body, your core of your body, and then we'll center and ground you.
This foot was, and the bottom of my leg was feeling really tight, and it got better when you put that tuning thing on. It's still tight, but not as bad. Does it swing like a pendulum?
Yeah. It's interesting because you say it's this side that's bound up at this point. It's telling me that this is the side this is the side that wants to work on.
Huh.
I am getting energy responses from this side of the body where it needs to be worked on, specifically from your hip, your knee, and your foot and ankle area. So this is what I'm getting.
This is my bad hip. This is my bad knee, which is bigger than this knee because it's swollen big. And this foot, my ankle turns in.
Close your eyes, relax. You'll hear some tuning forks. You'll probably feel some tuning forks. I'll be using some crystals during the process too. Again, as I'm introducing some of these methods, if anything is uncomfortable, let me know. And like the rings of a tree, our energy centers move out like rings of a tree. Like when you're born, it's the core of the tree. And all through our lives, we start building experiences, memories, pain, sorrow, physical ailments, and those are all part of who we are as luminous beings. And as we grow older, our rings of our tree expand out. And what we found out is that in our physical present body, the rings of the tree go out about 5 feet. We can actually, when we move through your timeline and the rings of the tree, you can kind of find areas in your life that possibly certain things happened, and we'll move through that may be causing some of the issues that you're having now, physical ailments. How old are you now?
76.
So 76. When I'm looking at the timeline of about 5 feet away, so at 76 is where you're at now. If I come 5 feet out, this is where the starting of your birth year. We'll be starting from the time of your birth, moving through your timeline until we get to your physical body. And we'll be balancing those energies out as we go through that area. And we'll be actually moving that energy back into your vital energy centers or your chakra area. What we're just feeling for is listening to the tone of the forks. We're listening for the resonating factor that it gives off. Feeling the vibration of the fork in relationship to your body, your energy. Feeling some heavy pressure on my chest at around age 5. Anything happened to you around the age of 5 that you can remember?
My brother used to make me walk through the old cemeteries.
So we'll work on that. I just want you to take and recognize that your brother did that to you, and that maybe it wasn't so good for you. You were going to say something?
No, I was just going to say it did make me want to cry.
Okay. Just by saying that, it's loosened that up, where I'm able to move past that point, which is great. I'm about at age 10 now, so I'm moving through your timeline. I'm moving about when you're about age 10. Again, I'm feeling some pressure in my chest, kind of on the right side of my chest. Anything that is coming through that you're feeling, that you're remembering at about the age of 10? Anything happened
Just
in your
being
life?
in the hospital several times. There was a very mean nurse. She was an older lady.
So you're feeling scared. If you move,
Oh, I
she's
was
gonna-
scared of her. Yeah, I was scared of her.
Just take those feelings of fear, that scaredness, and we're just going to take those energies of fear and sadness and move that. We're going to move it with some energy with the crystal. We're going to send that to the earth.
My body just tightened totally up.
I saw your feet moving. Yeah. So you're feeling pretty tightened up. So when you feel that urge to just, it's your body is trying to hold that in because it's been feeling that for so long. That's part of who you are. So when you feel that tightening up, instead of tightening up, try to make a conscious effort to relax and let that energy flow through your fingertips and out through your feet. And breathe. Take a deep breath in and whoosh, let it go. Okay, so tightening up is your body's resistance to let go of those past fearful experiences. Feel a little pressure on my left side now. Some kind of masculine influence around that time frame.
Oh, I had a bicycle accident where I skinned the whole side of my leg and took the skin off of my ankle bone.
Uh-huh. And that was about
And
what
I
age?
couldn't walk for a couple of weeks. The whole on my, it just shredded my whole side.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I totally forgot about that.
See, ring things up, letting things go. Sometimes we use crystals on the body. Crystals help amplify the energy from the tuning forks. And right now I'm using the 62.64 hertz tuning fork. But basically what this does is amplify the energy from the tuning fork, help balance and equalize disharmonious spots in our body, and so it can harmonize and work in relationship to your body systems and body functions the way they're supposed to. This is called a Lemurian crystal, and it's a golden healer. Okay. Well, I'm at the age of about 15 right now. I'm stopping at around 15, 14, 15 is what I'm getting. Age about 14 or 15. It's very sharp. You feel a very sharp energy that's coming through that if you heard the tuning fork, you feel that sharp, intense screech, like something's screaming for help.
I almost drowned.
Ah. And that was about what age?
15.
Hence the screeching for help. Just take a nice deep breath in, knowing that you have the air in your breath now, the air in your lungs now. There's no need for you to hold back that feeling of drowning. Good. I feel this like this magnetic pull. I'm moving through very easily. It's like whoa. It's like whoa. I'm just like everything just kind of freed up, and I'm just like whoa. I'm just gravitating toward your body. So that's great. You're letting go of some of the energy. It's just like I feel like wow. This is great. High pitch, and again, one of these high pitch type. Ooh, wow. This is some intense things I'm feeling. If that makes sense at all. I think that is around 20, maybe 21, something like that.
My second child was born when I was 21. Well, she was born with problems.
Well, what I'm feeling is this, and what I heard with the fork is sadness. Sadness, there was some sadness around that. And that fork is just, you can hear the difference in that wah, wah, it just kind of drug down like it's almost a weeping and sadness that we were feeling. Mm-hmm. Now maybe disruptive to you, but it helps your body release those energies that have made you who you are today. And it's just the recognition and saying, yeah, but that was okay. That's part of who I am. Just moving through this, and we're just going to introduce another tone. It's a little happier tone, a little tone that says everything's going to be all right. I'm about at age 26 or 27 right now, I think. It's almost like I'm feeling, I'm getting the image of a protective barrier that you've put up around that age. It's more like you know, like a balloon or something. It's like a barrier of its elasticity where it goes in and out, but you've actually put this little barrier up. And on the outside of the barrier, I feel it's like crystalline energy, but the barrier is very secure, where you're not letting people penetrate that, or somebody or something penetrate that.
Always was putting up barriers, though, when it came to the family. I only applied myself when I had to. Then I escaped when I could.
I'm about age 38. It's that high-pitched sound I'm getting from the forks. Can you hear that high-pitched kind of screeching? Mm-hmm. The difference in tone?
I had my hysterectomy then.
Hysterectomy at age 38. Anesthesia, this part of your body that's being affected, absolutely, right? Your feelings and pressures are going in and out.
Yeah, I can feel it. I have to pee.
You have to pee? Okay. I'm moving through the timeline of Nova. She had a hysterectomy at age 38. I'm working through that time of her life. It was kind of traumatic for her. And she had to take a restroom break ASAP.
It came on quickly.
Okay, good. So we're just moving through that. That's actually going very quickly, slightly through that. At age 45 is where I'm feeling some stuck energy.
Well, that's about the time my dad died. I had to be almost the entire caregiver.
Okay, here's a thought. What I was feeling is I can't breathe. I have that ton of fullness, or I have a ton of bricks on my chest. What did your father die from?
Cancer.
What kind of cancer?
Lung cancer.
Lung cancer. And were you there when your father took his last breath of air? That's what I need to know. Okay.
And I used to sit there and think, he must have a strong heart to do that, because he lasted for probably 24 hours of breathing that heavy, deep, excruciating breathing.
And know that is not yours to bear, that feeling of rattling, that holding your breath, that trying to breathe and get that energy working through you.
And then I can remember I went out and told the nurse that I thought my dad had died because he wasn't breathing like that anymore. And Mary Sue came in the room and she thought he'd just stopped breathing like that. She says, "Oh, look at Dad's better."
Her innocence, because you don't think about that, the innocence was like, he's okay. And yeah, because he is okay, he is better now. And how amazing is that? She relating it to the death, the rattle of the voice, but not realizing that the better place was not living anymore. Isn't that amazing? I'm at age about 58 right now. We do things in our life that may not be easy for anybody, but maybe a contract to be the greatest teacher in somebody's life. Smoothed out. There's a rough, jagged feeling right here where the fork is at. It's like that energy wants to be smoothed out because it was very disruptive. Very forceful, very like sandpaper is what it feels like. The energy feels like sandpaper. I'm getting a feeling of my throat not being heard at that point. It's like I'm getting a feeling of thick in my throat, not being heard. About age 68 right now is where I'm feeling some energy at 68, some stuck energy about 68.
I think that's when Dad got.
But moving past the point of death is where the real challenges started to come for you. That's what it feels like in the fork, because it's like that's the age. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So what the rattle does is again, moving sound waves. It's breaking up some of the sound and the barriers within that sound. So it's a way of help balancing the disharmonious frequencies. So it's a dance between the frequencies. So feeling that I needed to use a rattle was more of that frequency I felt was in need to help the energy start to flow back and forth. Right through there. Alright, so I'm here at about age 73.
That's when I had my heart thing.
Age 73? Started, AFib, you said? AFib was that the first time?
Yeah, I think so.
How far up your arm that goes, or around your... When I'm doing it, where do you feel it stop at when I do this? Tell me where you feel it stop at, the energy. How far up your arm do you feel it?
To my shoulder.
Just running some energy, some healing right through your body.